Zadon Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the tournament arc. As you all know, the tournament arc was the first arc of Season 2, and had a little bit to do with Season 1. But the point of the matter is that we are going to be entering new episodes very soon, with the first episode coming out today, and I haven't seen it yet, but it is coming out, or it has come out. The point is, this episode, the festival arc, has begun, and quite honestly, there are some interesting things to think about. This and the tournament arc are two arcs that have been specifically stated will be yearly things, with the tournament arcs being once every year at the beginning of the school years, and the festival arcs being at the end of the school years. And quite honestly, that is really cool. Volume 26 and 24 and 25 are currently on their way, with 25 coming out later this year, and 24 coming out later this year, and 25 probably even later. The point is that these volumes, as well as many more to come, are on their way. And that also means that a new year is going to be starting very soon for My Hero Academia. While the exact details are unclear, we do know that before too long we are going to be getting the tournament arc again. And that is a pretty big deal, considering the fact that all of these characters have been, fighting for a while and training and growing better. One would think, all of these characters are going to be relatively equal. But the simple fact of the matter is that they're really not anymore. Even though Mineta might actually be able to stand against some of the bigger guys, like actually be able to stand up against Bakugo, the thing is that he's not necessarily going to be able to do much against him. He's basically just becoming a more rounded character. But as for Deku, Deku is getting a lot of powers. For those of you who haven't read Volume 23 of the manga, go watch my episode, at least, of the review. I will try and link it up in the iCards, but if I didn't, come back in a little while, or just look through my YouTube videos, you should be able to find it. Deku is gaining 6 more quirks, meaning that once he has full access to these powers, is honestly going to be able to probably beat all of them. As of right now, he is able to very easily take on Todoroki. If he wanted to, Todoroki, who was basically the third strongest character, with Deku being probably the fourth, honestly, it would not surprise me if Deku would once be able to take him down. And yeah, now he honestly could. And honestly, I think a lot of the other characters would be able to take on almost any of the other characters in a reasonable one-to-one combat. It honestly doesn't surprise me if that is the case. But Deku could easily beat almost all of them now. With the addition of Black Whip alone, he could easily succeed in almost every single thing in the tournament arc when it comes around again. Now, obviously, we know that with this new tournament arc, there are going to be some changes from the previous tournament arc. But even if they were basically the exact same, Deku could literally just use his quirks to literally beat everyone except for maybe Ida to just get through the first part. And Ida would be pretty freaking close behind. Would be the only one who is really close behind. Everyone else probably still at the beginning of the match. The only reason why Ida is going to slow down is because of the fact that he has to be careful over that minefield at the end. But Deku, he can go at full force, jump over the minefield, and be completely fine just by using his own quirk. He might even be able to jump over the entire course nowadays. So, yeah. And that's just Deku with one of his quirks. Then, in the second part, if he were to go up against everyone in that huge field, he could probably use Black Whip now to literally grab everyone's headband, wrap them all around his neck, and then use the rest of the time to basically make sure that nobody gets any of their things back. And since he now has range with both his ultimate power, being able to flick and create a huge burst, as well as, of course, Black Whip, he can keep them away without ever really harming himself or his teammates. Meaning that his teammates are the only people that he would have to go up against in that final bout. The only people who would know to avoid him is Bakugo and his classmates. Bakugo and the rest of his classmates. Everyone else is completely oblivious to Black Whip. Everyone just assumes that Deku is super strong nowadays. And while Class 1B also might be wary, they don't know what his quirk can do. And yes, they might be a little bit wary of it, but they're not going to be as wary of it as the rest of his class. And even still, most of them would probably be able to avoid all of it, making it so that there would literally just be 3 teams. Deku, Bakugo, and possibly Todoroki, because those 3 are the strongest. Leading into the final match, it's just a battle of those 3 groups, and all of them would probably easily take down the others. It's an honest question of what's going to happen, and honestly, I don't know. There will be lots of, and as for the fights, Deku will probably be able to literally just use Black Whip to throw everyone out of the field before they even get a chance to think. Especially if he can take complete control of his quirk. And those are just 2 quirks, let alone the remaining. I'm actually kind of intrigued to see how Kohi is actually going to make the next tournament arc actually feel interesting. Because, like I said, the only people who are currently aware that Deku has any other quirks are his classmates and Class B. And if Deku is smart about it, he would keep those under wraps until they're absolutely needed. Black Whip only revealed that during the time when he's grabbing the bands. And as for the other quirks, whatever they may be, probably don't even reveal them until it's time for the actual battles, using one of each during the battle. It would honestly be something that's quite interesting. I don't know. But unfortunately, we'll have to wait and see exactly what they decide to do with it. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think is going to happen with the tournament arc. Do you think Deku is going to be overpowered as heck? And if you're excited for this new episode, then definitely let me know, because I will be doing my review next time on Sunday. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I'll see you guys next time. But on!